Hello, everybody. Welcome into Wednesday night, August 14th, 2024. Kid Style Live with the Zoom Homies. The Zoom Homies with Kid Style Live. 10 o'clock, straight up and
John
down.
Williams said, "Hey Ken."
Hello, John. As Doug Betts would say, it is straight up and down 10 o'clock. I don't have a second hand on my digital clock, so I have no idea what the seconds are. However, according to the one on the wall, 10 o'clock right now. So we're a little bit early. Good to see everybody. I was running a little bit late tonight. I wasn't sure I was going to get started on time, but I did. We got William. We've got Greg, who was here, and now he's gone. Jeff, Rich, Alex, Darren, myself. No ghetto. It's amazing. And I got chat popped out over in OBS so I can keep up with that. Hope everybody had a good Wednesday. I had a okay Wednesday. Went to the DMV. We get there. We running late. We got there about 8:05, only to find out they changed their hours. They now open at 9 o'clock, and they didn't announce it on their website. I was really frustrated that we were running late, and I was even more frustrated only to find out it wasn't going to open for another 45 to 50 minutes. Ended up, we were third in line. In and out in under 15 minutes.
You gotta wait almost an hour to be that way.
Well, at least you got in and out quick. So
Yeah, I actually had to come home. I forgot the title. It was a good thing. I don't know what it is with the opposite sex or the female sex or whatever you want to call them. I don't know, but we need to walk out the door at 7:30. Okay. 7:53. She comes strolling out like, oh, I got no place to be. I got
Tony
nothing better
Wallow
to do.
said normal ooh.
Thank you, Tony. Audio's fine. Appreciate that. And then we get stuck in school traffic. Then we get stuck in construction traffic. And she thought I was kidding when I said, if we get there and there's a line, I'm not sticking around. Well, apparently there was no one there because we came home, I got the title, and we went back under 15 minutes, $111. And we still don't have everything we need. They're going to mail us the
John Williams said,
sticker
"Mrs. K."
tag for the registration, and they're mailing us our new title that says we now own the car. It's no longer being financed. Plus, for an additional $15, we got me added to the title, so that was an okay thing. And
Tony Wallow said, hello Grekai.
we verified what I suspected. I doubt this will go through, but I'm going to hold it up anyway. Well, maybe it will. This piece of paper right here that's got 1,000 things on it is what it takes to get an Indiana driver's license. Even though we both have the real ID, mine's from Nevada, hers is from Illinois, we still have to go through here, and there are 5 different sections we have to fill out to get our Indiana driver's license. Oh, sure, some of you are saying, but Ken, you added yourself to the title. How did you do that? I'm still in the Indiana system from when I lived here years ago and had an Indiana driver's license. So me being me, I said, hey, I'm in your system. Do I have to go through and get the 17,000 things you want to get an Indiana driver's license? To which she said without cracking a smile, yes, sir, you do. You can put me on the car on the title, but you can't give me a driver's license.
well, do you have to show all the stuff necessary to get a real ID? When we came,
Go ahead.
we, when I lived here before, I had real ID. Went to South Carolina. I think all I had to provide was proof of residence. They took my real ID from Nevada and say that qualifies you for real ID here when you show us you're living such and such. And then when I came back, it was the same way.
Yeah, no, unfortunately here in Indiana, because I did show her my real ID, and unfortunately, and she was very professional about it, if you will. She did say, "No, sir, I'm sorry. You still have to provide the documentation that's required on the paper that I gave you." I said, "Okay, I'll see you in 6.5 years." I literally told her that, and she said, "Sir, you've been here 30 days. You must have an Indiana driver's license." I says, "I'm not fully moved to Indiana yet. I still live in Illinois. I mean Nevada." Not fully moved to Indiana yet. I still live in Illinois.
Yeah.
I mean Nevada.
And she
And
believed it, right?
oh, I'm sure she didn't, but we made it home safe and sound without being pulled over by the police. So now Mrs. K's, her Illinois license does expire next April, so we've got to get started on getting all the documentation for that. And it's just a question of finding it all, because she's gone through the citizenship process, which was basically the same thing as getting a real ID. So we've got it all. It's just going to be time consuming to find it. I'm not a morning person, as most of you know. I found that out again today. I struggled to get through Doug's, and the second Doug hit the wrong button. By the way, Doug, way to go. Yes, there will be a trailer with you hitting the wrong button coming up real shortly.
I will say I wish I had breakfast this morning.
Breakfast was okay. It was okay. Different. Pricey. And hello, Susanna Moore John, proud single mom. And she's from her second channel tonight. Cool. The world's unfortunately moving to, things are outrageously high, and they had a 4% charge if you use your debit or credit card to pay. And I was about $2 short of having the cash to pay cash.
I know, but not with
So I got hit with the 4% increase on my bill because I didn't have enough money.
Hearing somebody clear their throat over
It's
and over
ridiculous. It really is ridiculous.
It's just not good for
the DMV charged us. I forget the exact amount, but it too charged us 8% of a surcharge to use the debit card to pay for the driver's license.
You may not believe this, but when I went to get my ID renewed at our DMV here in it was $5.
That's not that bad for an ID, I don't think. But you've had an ID in Arkansas forever and ever and ever, right? You should just walk in and they type it in and be done. Did they take a new?
Tony Wallow said Wonka Wonka Wonka.
If my address and all that is still right.
Right. Did they take a new picture, or you still have the same picture as you had before?
They always take a new picture. But
When I renewed my driver's license here, I was July the 31st, I think, and I'm due in September. And since I'm over 70, I have to go in every time now, every 4 years. I have to take a new picture every time, but it was like $17. Not the end of the world.
Yeah, we actually discussed over breakfast about going over to Charleston and renewing her license in Charleston, because that's just, she'll walk in, give them the money, and she'll get the new license. The problem with that is we don't live in Charleston no more, and I don't think we can come up with a convincing enough of an idea to say, oh, please mail that to 7712 Orchard Village Drive, Indianapolis, Indiana. And Mrs. K, of course, yeah, we should do that. And then we can go to Champaign that day as well. And you all know it's in Champaign.
Yeah, the Filipino store.
Exactly.
Well, guess what shipped today? My package from Folsom, California.
Oh, I thought it was going to be a Slim Jim.
Well,
yes, it did. Yes, it did. It departed as of the tracking number. It departed Folsom, California around like 4 o'clock. I don't know if that's Pacific time or if that's Central time, because eBay is in the Pacific time zone, so the actual company is in Pacific, so I don't know.
It makes no difference where eBay's at. It makes a difference on where it's being shipped from. If it's being shipped from California, it's probably going to be on the West Coast time. That would make more sense, wouldn't it?
I know. I know on Amazon, they always put at the bottom of the tracking information. They always put times are in local time zone. I don't know if that means my local time zone or wherever it's being shipped from.
I've never noticed that.
Your local time. So when you go to get Mrs. K's stuff, if you have yours, you just ought to make it all in one trip, then you wouldn't have to go twice.
Yeah, I'm good till 2027 on my Nevada license. I'm in no hurry. I mean, unless they put a cop outside my door and verify that I'm living here, and even then, I'll convince them I'm just visiting. She lives here. I'll break down one of these days and get it. I don't know. Hey, Tony, give the exclamation W a new shot. I just changed it. I want to see what it sounds like. If you would, please. Anyway, after Doug, I laid down. I did not wake up till she woke me up at 5:15.
Tony Wallow said Trailer Doug, Trailer Doug.
I got to work on the timing and the spacing a little bit. Well, there's a trailer. I saw it. I thought that was pretty comical.
Tony Wallow said subscribe, subscribe.
Yeah, 2,134 as of 11 minutes ago. I think it'll start slowing down a little bit. It runs in spurts. When I stay up and politic and go visit a lot of people and subscribe to a lot of people, it trickles, and then it gets some momentum going to it, and then it dies down. I really anticipate it to be dying down over the next few hours to absolutely nothing, and I'm okay with that. I had set a goal. I achieved my goal, and then some. We'll see what happens. I don't think I'll ever catch Doug, but yeah, go ahead, Chris.
Me?
Or
Oh,
Jeff.
me.
Whoever. I heard
Yes,
somebody.
I actually mailed off one of those spit in the tube DNA tests for Ancestry.com. Somebody.
If we're related, I don't know. I know nothing about it. Should we end up being related?
I'm just curious about what happened. I have been looking around some stuff, and I joined Ancestry.com for more money than I like to admit 6 months ago, and they found a bunch of potential links, and I piddled around for about an hour and a half this afternoon. I found one branch I can trace back to England so far.
Nice.
You're kin to Alex.
Don't have any relatives in Arkansas yet.
That you know of.
So I'm curious about the DNA thing. The folks in my family, I mean, not close, but
Tony Wallow said
actually
Trailer
my
Doug,
wife's side
Trailer
of the
Doug.
family. My wife found out she has a half brother someplace that they didn't know about. And I was born right after the war. No.
존 윌리엄즈 said
Some
hello
of
그레카이.
my generation's kids have contacted some of this guy's kids, but that he doesn't want to know anything about anybody. That's fine.
Now, you said you paid for it. Do they have a free version of that as well, or do you have
Tony
to pay
Wallow said
up front?
1812.
Just to look around on the website, you can do like yourself and your parents for free.
Okay.
And you get a break on the price the first 6 months if you buy 6 months.
Okay.
And after that, it's about $100 for every 6 months.
Now, can you pay it up front for the entire year should you want to do that, or is it going to be
I don't know. I
regulated?
did the 6 month thing. I'll have
Okay.
to check and get back to you.
Yeah, I did ask the lady at the DMV or BMV, the license branch. I said, "Can I pay for a 2-year stint on this, or do I have to pay it yearly?" She says, "Oh no, sir, you have to pay it yearly." I almost had her talked into letting me go ahead and buy the veterans plates today, and I don't have my 214 on me. I don't carry it, but she was going to accept my VA card, and then apparently a supervisor overheard part of the conversation, and she says, "Oh no, you've got to see his 214." I'm thinking, okay.
I had to show that to get it on my driver's license.
Yeah, me too. My Nevada Real ID has got the veteran status on it, the Real ID status, so we can fly. It's got everything that you would think. When I moved from Indiana to California, I walked into the license branch in there, handed in my Indiana driver's license, did not have to take a test, had to take a new picture, and I got a new license. That was the extent of that. Then when
Did you
the
have
Real
to
ID
provide
came
evidence
out,
of your address?
I had to take in a bill or something. I mean, it was just
Right. I mean, yeah.
It wasn't anything at all. Nevada, walked in, showed him my California license, showed him I think an electric bill or something. We showed him something, and it was done. Real ID done. 214 got my veteran status. Indiana, nope. Impossible. Ghetto's on his phone.
That's curious that
Cooking with Ghetto again.
yeah, well.
Cooking with Ghetto. Okay. And it looks
You
like
have
it's
the
your
local fire
specialty.
department number?
Are you starting a new channel called Cooking with Ghetto?
Ken Stout Live said Trailer Doug.
They can hop up and bubble meeble.
Yeah, one thing I'm going to do, I think I'm going to get a passport. I had one years and years and years ago, and it's long expired.
Yeah.
So I've got the application form, and you can actually get the picture taken at the post office here if you go to the main post office.
Right. Now
So I
here
just
you
gotta
have to
find
set
out
it.
all the other
Tony
crap I
Wallow
need.
said Trailer Doug.
I'll have to dig on my honest to God birth certificate out of the safe deposit box, I suspect.
Yeah, that's the only thing that's got me concerned. The rest of the stuff on here, that's going to be a piece of cake. We've got the marriage license. We've got verification we live here. She's got her citizenship paperwork for everything, which you would think that would cover it as well, but no.
What do they have to have in addition to that?
Well, let's see here. Box number 1, identity. An unexpired United States passport or pass card, or the original or certified of a birth certificate filed within the United States or Territory Office of Vital Statistics or equivalency in your state of birth. And then it's got 1 asterisk and 2 pluses. So you know that's important, because then you got to go down here to the bottom and you got to be able to read the small print. And the asterisk is document must establish identity and lawful status. And the plus is if born outside the United States, delayed birth certificates do not establish lawful status. I don't even know what a delayed birth certificate is. Were you born on Monday and you didn't get their certificate until Friday?
You know, that's like years later where somebody had to go down and swear they
okay.
Baby or something like that. They're less common now. In the old days, when not everybody had it registered right away, you'd have to go to the baptismal records and shit like that.
Yeah.
And try to find some old fart who remembered when you were a baby. And
yeah, that's.
I would think in her case, the green card would provide evidence of her identity.
Well, we know we have it all. It's just a question of where is it at. Now, we have not thrown away any of her green card stuff or her citizen stuff or anything. So we have it. It's just a question of finding it. I do not think I have my birth certificate anywhere. I know I don't have the original one anywhere. And
but if you were born in Indiana.
I was born in Texas.
There's a website you can go to, because I used it when I was working on the base. Get mine and my kids.
Some states are easy, some states are hard. California is hard. You can't do it by mail, apparently.
Well, I was trying to bring up a browser so I could type in the website. But Greg, just drop it in chat for me if you would, please.
All right, let me see if I can find it.
I don't know about the birth certificate from Texas. The divorce papers are hard from Texas. My wife tried to get hers. She was married for a very short period years ago before we got married. And we were able to find the records online, even the case number and all that shit. She was living in Del Rio, Texas, when she got divorced. And we made the application. And they wrote back and said, no, you got to come to the courthouse and bring blah, 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 blah.
Right.
Which we never did. And since when she got divorced, she took her maiden name back. Nobody ever asked, and we never said.
I got it, Greg. Thank you.
So, yeah, but my wife's friend that she's sharing the apartment with and all of that was going to get a commercial driver's license here in Nevada. And she needed her birth certificate. She had a Xerox copy of it from her mother. The original got lost, and they said, nope, you got to get an original.
Yeah.
And she got online in California, where she was born, and found out that she's got to go in person there to get it.
Hey, Ken, if you scroll down to where it says vital check, that's what I used.
Okay, California is not going to help me out, Long Dog, but I appreciate the link, as I was born in Texas and she was born in the Philippines. I'll go through that one. Now, what am I looking for? I'm on your site. Oh, Vital Records, Indiana.gov.
No, it's vitalcheck.com. Scroll down after the video screens.
Okay. I'm looking right now. Louisiana, Ohio. Oh, Vital Check. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Open that up, and I'll look at that later as well. Yeah, of course they want their money. They're not going to give you anything with a promissory note if you'll get it to them at some point in time. That's just not going to happen.
Hello, Corbin.
One thing I did find out about getting up early this morning, at 6:30 this morning, it was really nice outside. Cool temperature, no activity, no humidity. And for a
July
brief
18th,
moment, I thought, I
2024.
might do
Good
some
morning.
yard
It
work.
is 9:03:21 seconds.
I did not do any yard work. I do have things I need to get done, though, and I may stay up tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be busy. We've got to go shopping, and I'm playing golf at 4 o'clock with Jake, Steve, and Mike. And we'll see how that goes. Hopefully I have a halfway decent round like I did the other day when I played with Mrs. K. That would be good.
Yeah, last time we had to go through all this shit, which was, I don't know, 20 years ago or more. I got 2 copies of mine from Kansas, 2 copies of my wife's from Oklahoma, and 2 copies of my daughter's from Idaho. And all of them are in the safe deposit box.
Tony
As
Wallow
well as
said,
one time when we went back to Oklahoma, we went to the courthouse there and got certified copies of our marriage certificate. And they just put all that shit in the safe deposit box, and there it stays until you need one of them. And if one of them gets lost, there's another one in the box.
Right, right. You made me think of something.
And the same thing with the DD 214. I got 2 copies of that from the center in St. Louis a number of years back. Hopefully I never have to get any of this crap again.
Yeah, I had thought that at one point and two. Go ahead, Alex.
Engrish.
Is off topic a little bit, but I know y'all may not know the answer to this. because it's been a while since all y'all have been in public school. But with the
7
with
is the answer.
with the pandemic and all the school shootings around the country and everywhere, do y'all know if any of the schools around any of y'all still allow visitors?
I have no clue.
What level school are you talking about? Elementary, junior high, high school, colleges? What?
Elementary.
Where
Or
my
is it-
grandkids go, if I go to pick one of them up, you go to the office and they check and show them your ID and they check to see if you're on the authorized list for that kid. And if you are, then they go get the kid and bring the kid out. You
Right,
cannot go back to the classrooms,
Yeah.
except when it's a day set aside for such things.
Okay, well, that answers my question then.
Now that's here. I have no idea what it would be in Arkansas. I mean, every state's got its own rules, probably.
Sure. So, and it's going to vary probably slightly, but you would think basically if you're not on the list or not authorized to be at the school, they're probably going to ask you politely to leave. I don't know because my grandchildren just started school, and even though I'm authorized to pick them up, that's only for emergency cases only, so I don't see that happening ever. And I'm not going to go
Tony
visit them in
Wallow
school.
said.
You have to put something behind it, Tony, when you do an IC, because IC is just set up to say whatever is said behind it.
I know. I always ask because I know, like in the past, my schools here, the schools here have had like grandparents' days and other things, other functions where you can.
Ken Stout Live said Burger King at
Well,
Lawn
like
Dog.
here, my
No.
granddaughter Olivia, her school, they have a whole week where they what they call lunch with a loved one, and you
wow.
just have to sign up for it. And like her dad can go one day, my daughter, her mom can go another day, I can go another day.
Is it limited to one family member per day, or can multiple family members go?
No, we just spread it out like that.
Okay, all right. Yeah, Ghetto, you got your hand raised.
What are you doing, Jeff?
What? I guess okay. I'm not picking her up after school this year, so she's riding the bus home to her dad. She's become a latchkey child at this point, with her brother there too.
So you
I'll see
always
her on the weekends. So.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. It is 10:28. I was just typing in a message for John Williams. So we're having a little bit of bantering going back and forth about he went shopping and saved a massive amount of money today, which would be good for us to do. I don't know if we're going to Costco,
Wintermute
Walmart,
said,
or
"Hey,
Kroger tomorrow, but I do know we're going shopping.
Don't disturb me.
Wintermute said goodbye.
Oh wait, let's spotlight that. That green beans. It looks like. Is that green beans?
Beans, chicken, and noodles.
Well, that looks pretty good.
It looks pretty good. Yeah. Did you bring enough for everybody?
Oh, darn, I forgot.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and who just joined? Oh, Sam's joined. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. Thanks, everyone on YouTube for being here. If you want to join us on Zoom, cased out Zoom 00. You know the deal. Now, unlike Mr. Betts, I am not going to hit the wrong button. I know the right button to hit. I never make a mistake. I always hit the right button. I'll see you all tomorrow.
You number one.
Mabu pay Mabu.
You know, you could make a few co-hosts here. We could take care of some things for you.